The Steel Skyline event is our first event of October in Pokemon Go, featuring a lot of Steel-type Pokemon. We have a brand new Pokemon Go debut, which can be shiny, as well as it being able to Dynamax in Pokemon Go. We're gonna run through the bonuses, of which some of them are very powerful. We've got some amazing Mega Rates going down, and right at the end, we're gonna throw in some top tips for you guys to really maximize this event. This is the Steel Skyline with Go With Us. Alrighty, let's get time and date out of the way. Guys, the Steel Skyline event will actually be starting on the last day of September on the 30th at 10 a.m. running for 7 days all the way until Tuesday, October 7th at 8 p.m. local time, which brings about our new Pokemon Go debut. Duraludon. Duraludon is a Dragon and Steel-type Pokemon originally coming from the Galar region in Generation 8. Duraludon during this event will be able to be encountered in 4-star max battles, which is going to take 800 max particles to compete in. We're going to run through a strategy just in a little bit, but let's have a look at these base stats. It has a max CP of 3468, which is solid, a defense of 239, which is pretty good, a defense of 185, and a stamina of 172. So I expected this Pokemon to be a little bit more bulky, but on the attacking side, it is going to do some work for us. The fast attacks it has access to is going to be Metal Claw and Dragon Tail. The reason why this is huge is just take a look at that Metal Claw because it is a half a second fast move, which means it's going to be able to charge the Dynamax meter pretty quickly whenever we do use it on our teams. The charge moves it has access to is going to be Hyper Beam, Flash Cannon, and Dragon Claw, so a little bit limited there. It's a good time to mention now that Duraludon will be making its shiny debut in Pokemon Go, and to be honest, this shiny is super classy. I love that kind of little bit of blue it takes on, but more importantly, field research tasks will finally be able to reward Dynamax Pokemon, including Dynamax Duraludon, which is absolutely incredible. If you guys want to know the 100% IV of Duraludon coming from field research, it's going to be 1314, a very easy one to remember, so screenshot this if you need it. Now, when it comes to these 4-star max battles, remember, you are going to only have 4 people in your party max. I would strongly recommend using party play because you are going to do more damage, but if you want to do even more damage, consider using the adventure effect of Crown Sword Zacian because it is going to increase your damage by 10% in these battles if you are struggling, but I do think it shouldn't be too difficult to take down this dmax Duraludon. The incredible thing here about this Pokemon's typing is that look at what it resists. It resists Bug, Electric, Flying, Normal, Psychic, Rock, Steel, Water, and it double resists Grass and Poison. That is absolutely incredible, which means it only has 2 weaknesses, very similar to Origin Dialga, which is going to be Fighting and Ground. Based on that, and I'm going to keep the strategy very simple, your tank should definitely be a Steel-type Pokemon. You could, of course, use Blissey if you want to try and get some healing going on. I would strongly recommend using something like Metagross. Of course, Zacian and Zamazenta are really going to soak up that damage because it's taking resisted damage from those Steel attacks as well as those Dragon attacks, and because you can use these Pokemon as your tanks, remember, they all have half a second fast moves like Metal Claw and Fury Cutter. Once that Dynamax meter is charged, and once you hit that Dmax phase, please switch in to something like a Gmax Machamp or a Dynamax Machamp if you don't have the Gmax. Even something like Passimian will serve you in some sort of way because you really want that fighting damage, and on the ground side of things, strongly recommend using something like Excadrill. Excadrill does have the fast move of Mud Shot, which means you will be able to get that fast move damage off, but when you do the damage in the Dmax phase, it's going to be your strongest ground attacker to use. I would rotate between these Pokemon to find your best solution, but definitely have these Pokemon on your teams. Now, once you've defeated this Dmax Duraludon, you're going to get an encounter with Duraludon, and that 100% IV, this is the number that will guarantee the hundo. It's going to be 1753, so look out for that. Duraludon counter guide strategy is out of the way, but what are some bonuses that we can take advantage of? They've done something really cool here, and there will be a global collection challenge that will go live, which will unlock 3 different tiers. The first tier is going to grant us additional candy for throwing nice, great, or excellent throws, on top of the fact that we will get more XL candy chance for also throwing nice, great, or excellent throws for trainers level 31 and up. That is a massive bonus because there are some Pokemon here that you definitely want to get XL candy for. The level 2 rewards are going to be an additional 5,000 XP from winning raids. We also have a great way to maximize this because there is a big event right in the middle of this event, and the level 3 rewards is going to grant us 1 guaranteed rare XL candy from winning max battles in person. I also think that is very, very cool, and that does include 1 and 3-star raids, which we actually have some of those featured in this event as well, which I love. It is so sick. In the 1-star max battles, we have Dynamax Drillbur as well as Dynamax Rookity, and 3-star max battles, we have Dynamax Beldum, and then 4-star max battles, of course, we have that Dmax Duraludon. Some of the spawns there are going to be Alolan Diglett, Magnemite, Grimer, Alolan Grimer, Porygon, Aron, Bronzer, Trubbish, which is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon at 750 Stardust per catch. We have Klink in there, Axew, as well as Togedemaru. Rare response for Galarian, Meowth, Skarmory, and Mawile. There will be free timed research for every single trainer globally, and the main rewards there are going to be one magnetic lure module, which is pretty sick. We get some more XP, Stardust, as well as more encounters with certain Pokemon. I have a feeling Duraludon might be in there, and more. And if trainers want to upgrade their timed research experience, there is a ticket for a total cost of $2, which is going to get you more max particles, Stardust, and encounter with Dynamax Duraludon, which is cool, and more. Great, details are out of the way, but how can all of us trainers really maximize this event? And the big one here we're going to start is going to be candy gains. Guys, remember that level 1 bonus, which is going to grant us more candy as well as XL candy once we complete the global challenge, is going to be massive. Because if you stack this with a Mega Evolved Pokemon that is a Steel type, guys, you are going to absolutely reel in the candy. We would strongly recommend having a Mega level 3 Steel type Pokemon. For example, you could use Mega Steelix, Mega Scizor, Mega Mawile, Mega Aggron, which is a pure Steel type, as well as Mega Lucario. Really try have these Pokemon out every single time you play. This is our best way to get candy every single time in Pokemon Go. Then, tip number 2, there are certain raids going down in the middle of this event. We're going to list the Mega raids. Mega Scizor will be in there, Mega Steelix will be in there, as well as Mega Lucario. It's very important to mention, Mega Scizor is the 3rd best bug type attacker in the game. It's currently in the top 20 Steel type attackers in the game, and because it shares that bug and Steel typing, if you get this Pokemon to Mega level 3, this is the perfect event, like we just said, to really reel in a lot of Steel type candy, and we don't see a hell of a lot of Steel types in the wild, so that is a good opportunity. Mega Steelix is an absolutely incredible one as well. Again, it does share that Steel typing, but it also has a ground typing, so whenever there's a ground event, you can really, so what I'm trying to get at, bottom line, is that you can prepare these now so that once those ground events or those bug events come along, you already have a Mega level 3 Pokemon, so you can just really take advantage of it every time it comes around. And of course, the big one we cannot forget, Mega Lucario coming back to raid. The great thing about Mega Lucario, it doesn't take a lot of Mega energy to first evolve it, but Mega Lucario is currently the best fighting type attacker in the entire game. This is a huge deal because there are some really strong fighting types in the game, and because it shares a Steel typing as well, it's also very strong even in that category. Please make sure you raid all these Pokemon, get as much Mega energy so you can Mega level 3 all of them. They are very valuable for various different reasons. Then it doesn't end there on raids, because we also have another raid hour for Origin Dialga, which is going to be on Wednesday the 1st from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. I cannot express this enough. This Pokemon will not come around again for a very long time, because we've seen it quite often in the last 3 months. You may have the Hundo, but do you have the Hundo or a high IV with Roar of Time? That adventure effect is extremely important to at least have one in your bag, because it does pause items for a total of 6 minutes at a time, and you can do this up to 24 hours. Pause Lucky Eggs, pause Star Pieces, which is incredibly valuable, especially on a raid day. But the great thing about this is that you're going to get even more candy because of the bonus stacking with Steel Skyline. If you have a Mega level 3 Dragon or Steel type Pokemon out, like we just mentioned again, you're going to stack the candy on top of that as well, which means your XL chances for this Pokemon are huge. You could get up to 6 or 7 XL candy per raid. Guys, do not sleep on this. This is probably, it might even be one of our best opportunities ever to try and stack the candy for this particular Pokemon. The reason why you want to do that, it's currently in the top 10 best Steel type attackers in the game. On the Dragon side of things, it's not as strong, but with Roar of Time, it is going to still put in a lot of work. And even in the Master League, it's currently ranked in the top 10. Guys, yeah, this is a raid hour you do not want to miss, especially with the stacked bonuses. Then on to tip number 3. As we said, there is a big event right in the middle of this, which is going to be Mega Metagross Raid Day. We are going to do an entirely separate video, so we're not going to dive too deep into this right now. But again, guys, just have a look at that level 2 bonus. Like we said in the bonuses, it's going to be an additional 5,000 XP per raid, which means if you do have the ticket, if you do have a lucky egg running, if you do throw an excellent throw on that Metagross, guys, you are going to be getting close to 50,000 XP per raid. But again, we are going to do another breakdown in a separate video. Top targets time. These are some of the Pokemon you really want to be going after in this event. The first one is going to be Magnemite going to Magnezone. Unfortunately, right now in the Go Battle League, it's not as strong as it used to be, but it's currently ranked, as of recording this video, 167th in the Ultra League. The optimal IV set you want there is going to be Ozera 1515. Next one we're going to focus on is going to be Bronzong. Now, this Pokemon, very underrated in the Go Battle League. Right now in the Great League, it's currently ranked 196, which is solid. The optimal IV set you want there is going to be a 115-14. It has a really good typing of Steel and Psychic, but look in the Ultra League, it's ranked 87th with XL Candy, but there is a little bit of a catch here. Have a look at the best stat combination. I have not seen this, I think, ever before. This is very, very rare to see. At level 50, it is maxing out at 2495. You cannot get the hundo, you need to get a 13, 15, 14. That is going to be your optimal IV set for the Ultra League, which is super sick. And like we just said in this ranking, this Pokemon is very underrated. If you are into GBL, try and hunt these stats. If you guys want to see everything going on in Pokemon Go this week, please check it out on my left. We are going to leave it as the end screen. That is everything you really need to know going from week to week in this game. We drop these videos every single Saturday. It will help you detail and plan ahead to see what you really want to go after in terms of tips, as well as a few targets and why they are so good. Guys, this is the Steel Skyline. Please smash that like and subscribe button. We really put in the work for you guys. We want your support and we want to grow with you guys, and we can only do it with your support. Smash that like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one, baby. Go with us.